Your budget quality zoom lens for your Sony full frame camera or APS-C camera. Let's talk about this lens now. Hi there and welcome to Tudor Talks. I want to share with you my long experience with this zoom lens for Sony full frame cameras, but it can be used also on Sony APS-C cameras. So I'm using this zoom for several years, I think 2-3 years, on my Sony a7R III camera, and I also use this zoom on my Sony a7S. And this zoom, it is Tamron 28-75mm f2.8 Mark I. And I want to share with you my impressions and why this should be your first quality budget zoom that you can do everything with it on your Sony camera. So if you are liking content like this, please be sure to subscribe now to my channel, because I'll post more content about photography tips and tricks and photography gear. So this old but still capable Tamron Mark I lens 28-75mm f2.8. Why this zoom should be your first zoom lens and maybe your only lens for your Sony camera. So if you are having a Sony a7C, a Sony a7R III, R4 and so on, this zoom, it is great. Why it's great? Because first of all, I love the image quality that is coming from Tamron lenses. The Tamron glass has a special look, a special micro contrast. And I'm remembering this special look of the Tamron glass from when I started photography years and years ago on a Nikon D40X. My wife used the Tamron lens, the Tamron zoom, and I really loved her pictures. She knows to make good pictures, she has a great eye, but those pictures had a special quality, a special cut. And this cut, after years of doing photography, I've discovered it's in fact the Tamron look, the micro contrast and the contrast that is coming from a Tamron lens. These Tamron lenses are having a special look. Check on a Flickr River or on other Tamron dedicated albums the pictures made with Tamron lenses, being APS-C lenses or being full frame lenses, and you'll find that special look that is coming from a Tamron lens. So this is the number one reason why would you want such a lens, because it's having the Tamron look, that it's a special look, a special rendering, a special micro contrast, full of detail, full of 3D pop and so on. So good, extraordinary good looking images from the Tamron glass. Huge point here. The next point is that this zoom is having the 28mm set, the wide end, to 75mm f2.8 at the tail end. So on the wide part you will be able to do the majority of photography that requires a wide lens. Yes, oftentimes you will find that you will need the 24mm field of view at the wide end, but it really depends on your photography. If you are a beginner, I feel that you will have more use from a lens that is helping you get the 75mm reach, because if you are shooting a full frame camera, you want details, you want micro contrast, you want resolution, and the resolution and details are coming out when you are using a long lens, So at 75mm f2.8 you'll have a very good portraiture lens, a lens that will melt the background, a lens that will make the subject pop, a lens that will help you get very good product photography and so on. So at the 28mm you will be able to do all the wide photography that you want to do if you are starting out, and I really do love more, for me personally, the 28mm than the 24 millimeters because it's helping you get some nice distortion, but also keeping the composition a little tighter, and so on and so on. So I really like this range from Tamron. Next, this zoom is having an amazing close-up performance, macro performance. So you can take amazing shots, very close up, detailed shots at the wide end, but also at the tail end. So this is huge if you want to become an event photographer, a wedding photographer, and so on. Or if you like to take close-up shots. And the proximity effect is very important. And you can get it with this lens. So minimum to focus distance, crazy good. Also, on my Sony a7RC, you can put the camera in APS-C mode. And you will get a longer lens. So with this lens, you can go in around 100mm field of view crop mode at the 75mm end of this lens. So this is huge. This means that you have an all-around lens, a travel lens, an event lens, a documentary lens in this small zoom. The next reason is that it's having an f2.8 aperture. f2.8 aperture with Tamron quality glass in a acceptably light package. Also, the build quality of this lens, it's very good. How I said, I have this Tamron zoom for 3 years at least, and it's looking like brand new. No problems with the plastics, no problems with the rubber rings, and so on. So it's performing very well. I've used this lens at event photography, at kids photography, at portraiture photography, and for studio shots, for product photography, and it performed very well. I really love this. Also for video work. So this is the next point. For video work, this lens, it is great. When I'm doing my shots, my macro product photography shots, my detail shots, as you can see here, I have an ND filter, and I can use this lens to take all kinds of shots for product photography, but also videography shots. And with the close focusing distance and with the APS-C mode of a Sony camera, this lens with a Sony body can do everything that you want regarding videography and regarding photography. So this is where this zoom, it is winning it. Also the zoom, it's coming with a lens hood, and regarding image quality of this zoom and image problems, lens flare, purple fringing, no big problems at all. It's a modern lens. The AF on Sony a7 III, R3 and a7C, it is good, very good. You'll have problems on older Sony cameras like Sony a7S and other cameras because it will not focus very fast. But it's focusing on the newer Sony cameras, Sony a7 R3, R4 and so on, a7C with the newly algorithm very well. But yes, it will not focus as fast as the new Tamron lens. You'll have some problems in low light photography regarding the AF speed and AF accuracy, but there aren't big problems. Not like I can't use this lens, I need to upgrade to the new lens because this lens it's not performing. It's okay, it's no problems. So in conclusion, why this lens? Because it's the Mark I, so it's budget friendly. Second, it's compact. Third, it's an f2.8 lens. You can shoot with this lens all day and all night long because it's an f2.8 lens. Macro capabilities and close-up capabilities, crazy good. And how I've said, the Tamron look. Check the Tamron look. Because yes, there is a Tamron look, and the Tamron look, it is great. 3D popping, special cut, I don't know. I really love, again, the Tamron look for portraits, but also for travel photography, for landscape photography, for detailed shots. Again, very good. And also in videography, for product photography, for videography of the products and so on. Very good lens, portable, small, good AF. So this is why I recommend this as your only lens, or as your only zoom if you are having a Sony a7 III or a7 IV and so on camera, because this lens, it's budget friendly and it will do everything that you need to do. You really don't need another zoom. And if you are using a Sony a7 R3, R4, R5 camera, you really don't need another lens, just if you want a special look and so on. But with the big resolution and with this lens, you can do 99% of the photography that you want to do. So this is the lens that made me upgrade to Sony a7 R6, because again, this is a very capable, powerful lens, and on a Sony a7R camera it can help me do anything I want regarding photography and videography. So if you are liking content like this, please subscribe now to my channel, because I post more content about photography gear, photography tips and tricks. Also, you can check my membership part of my YouTube channel, where I posted some private POVs and some tutorials regarding street photography and all kinds of tips regarding photography. Any PayPal donation is very helpful, but of course, give it a like, give it a share, give it a subscribe and leave me a comment. It helps me a lot. Thank you for watching and talk to you soon. Bye bye.